If you're eyeing the Roland TD-17KVX electronic drum kit, thinking it might be the perfect upgrade or starter kit for your drumming journey, hold on, because today I'm going to reveal some critical truths you won't want to miss. But here's what surprised me. Despite its solid reputation, the TD-17KVX hides some frustrating problems that could seriously hamper your groove and practice progress. And here's the kicker. Many sellers won't warn you about this up front, making it seem like a no-brainer buy when, honestly, it might not be. So stick around, because I'm diving deep into the good, the bad, and the quirks that most reviews leave out. First off, who exactly is the Roland TD-17KVX for? If you're a serious drummer wanting an affordable kit that mimics acoustic drums with high-quality sounds, it's designed for you. It boasts a TD-50 class sound engine, which is the flagship tech from Roland, promising authenticity and expressiveness. So yes, it sounds impressive on paper and even in demo videos. However, here's where the plot thickens. The experience isn't always seamless, especially if you're a beginner or transitioning from acoustic drums. Now, imagine buying a kit that's supposed to make your drumming shine, but every time you hit the snare or crash a cymbal, your sticks don't quite get the response you expected. Frustrating, right? Let me tell you, the TD-17KVX includes the PDX-12 snare and PDX-8 toms with mesh heads, which aim to recreate that authentic stick bounce. On paper, this sounds wonderful, but in practice, some users report inconsistency in trigger response, making tricky fills and flam hits feel off. It's like trying to clap in rhythm while someone randomly turns the volume knob on your ears. But wait, there's more. An extra crash cymbal or a second snare isn't included, which means additional costs if you want to expand your setup. That can add to your investment quickly, especially if you're aiming for a more versatile kit. The key here is to be aware that the base package is solid, but not fully complete without added accessories like a kick pedal or hi-hat stand, which are sold separately. Now here's a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the drummer buy an extra hi-hat? Because he wanted to symbolize his success. All jokes aside, one of the standout features Roland boasts is the built-in coaching function. This is a great tool for drummers wanting to track technique, measure progress, and stay motivated. It's like having a virtual drum teacher on standby. However, some users find the coaching interface a bit clunky and not as intuitive as app-based solutions available on tablets or smartphones. This can break your practice flow, and if you're like me, you want to get right into playing, not wrestling with menus. Let me pause here and rehook you, wondering if the sound engine truly matches its flagship TD-50 cousin, or if it's just marketing fluff. Keep watching. I'll break down the audio quality versus cost and expectations. Now, diving into the sound quality, the TD-17's module features a wide variety of expressive modeled drum sounds inherited from the TD-50, which is impressive for a kit in this mid-range price bracket. The cymbals, including 2 CY12C crashes and 1 CY13R ride, deliver decent tone and response. But here's a twist. Some users report that the cymbal pads can feel a bit stiff and less sensitive to edge hits or bow strikes compared to high-end acoustic cymbals or even other electronic competitors. If you're the type who loves nuance and dynamic playing, this might feel restricting. And speaking of rigidity, the included MDS compact drum stand, while space-saving and sturdy for gigs or practice rooms, can be a bit fiddly to set up and adjust perfectly. It's lightweight, which is great for portability, but some drummers mention stability issues during intense play sessions, especially when using heavier pedals or kick drums. Here's a laugh for you. Why do drummers never get lost? Because they always follow the beat, but they might lose their stand if it's unstable. Another gripe is with latency and connectivity. The TD-17KVX offers Bluetooth integration that allows you to connect to smartphones and tablets for wireless play-along tracks and recording. While the feature sounds like a dream come true for home practice, It's plagued with occasional lag and dropouts depending on your device and environment. Not the ideal situation when you're trying to lock in tight grooves. However, on wired setups, the latency is impressively low, making it much more reliable for serious practice. Let me rehook you again. If you're thinking this kit sounds like a mixed bag, you're not alone. But what about durability? Will it survive your wildest drum solos or the chaos of daily practice? Roland builds its V-drums for durability, from the rubberized pads and sturdy pedals to the mesh heads. The kit is engineered to withstand serious hits and long sessions, which is fantastic. Users appreciate that it holds up well for years of regular playing, meaning it's a worthwhile investment if you're committed to drumming. But here's where the honest review gets real. Some components, like the hi-hat stand and pedals, need upgrades sooner than expected to match the quality of the module and pads, and those upgrades aren't cheap. So now, the big question: should you buy the Roland TD-17KVX despite its quirks? Here's my take. If you're a beginner to intermediate drummer who wants to invest in a kit that balances authentic sound with learning tools and won't be gigging immediately, this can be a solid choice. But if you're a professional looking for absolute top-tier responsiveness, nuanced pad sensitivity, and flawless expansion with minimal extra cost, you might find it limiting. One last joke before we wrap up. What do you call a drummer without a metronome? Lost. But with a TD-17KVX's coaching functions, at least they can find their way back. To sum it up, the Roland TD-17KVX is a commendable electronic drum kit that delivers on sound quality, durability, and coaching features, making it a great companion for many drummers. But it's not perfect, and prospective buyers should enter with eyes wide open about the need for some gear upgrades and patience with occasional software hiccups. If you want the best price on the Roland TD-17KVX, check the link in the description below. I've scouted the most reliable Amazon deals to help you get the most bang for your buck. Thanks for sticking through this honest review. Whether you decide on the TD-17KVX or not, keep drumming, keep improving, and remember, sometimes the best kit is the one that inspires you to play louder and better, not just the flashiest one on paper. Rock on!